election told you to put the Liberals second? You can totes trust us again. Put Australia first, like Craig did when he voted against raising the age pension, against increasing marine conservation and political transparency and diversity of media ownership, and against restricting donations to political parties, the biggest of which are, of course, the donations Clive makes to us, ensuring that you'll see our shitty election ads everywhere, on your telly, in your paper, newsfeed, YouTube ads, even in your fucking text messages. Vote 1 for Menzies. I mean us. Whatever, it's a vote for this cunt anyway. Authorised by Sir Robert Menzies, Queensland.
Better.
B-O-O-M-E-R, please, you're dusty, rude, don't vibe with me. You are old and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer.
God, that was a hot clip, wasn't it, Chanda?
Yeah, no, it came in hot.
That was a hot one. Sorry, guys, we're trying to make you all go deaf so you can get disability. That's what we're trying to do. How's my audio tonight? Is it any good? It was. I was having a train wreck on Friday. Everything that did go wrong. So
I was with you in spirit and in the chat. You did great.
Yeah,
you always do great. I'm always messaging him like, take a breath, you're doing great.
Yeah. I'm being that I'm clinically insane to start with. I that's helpful. I do appreciate it.
That's what I love about you.
How are you feeling?
I feel like total dog shit. I don't know why COVID will not let go of me, but I decided, fuck it. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna come kick it with y'all because I'd rather be doing this than watching another shitty Netflix shows. So yay, I'm hanging out.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. I'm glad Chris Foster, if you got to run off, you got a number of monkeys dropped off at an infinite number of what manuscripts to read
infinite number of monkeys have been dropped off.
And apparently one of them has typed out the complete works of Shakespeare, although most of the others make about as much sense as Joe Biden live. I agree, Chris Foster, and thank you. Chris Foster offered us something to play tonight, and we looked at it, and we've got it in the deck a little bit down the road.
Yeah, it's in the deck. So, thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Anyway, just a reminder, we're trying to keep us up and rolling, so we're going to do the QR code for Chanda and the QR code for Oz. If you guys can drop us 2 bits or 3 bits or 4 bits.
Have you explained to people how this shit works? You know, this is a boomer based
I don't know how to work it. I point.
You literally point your phone at it, and then you turn your camera on, and it'll pop up and say, "This is a QR code. Do you want to go here?" And you click it, and it'll just take you to a donation site that goes directly to PayPal.
Yeah. So,
and I bulk it because I hated it when I was traveling. Like every restaurant we went into now is QR codes. You ask for a menu and they're like, "Oh, those are the QR codes in the middle of the table."
Just give me a damn chip in my hand.
Oh, if you want to download the blah 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 for the rental car, here's the QR code. Everything has gone to QR codes. I think it's one of those things that we can bulk all we want. It's a done deal.
Yeah. Well, do we really get the QR code tattooed on our face or what?
Eventually, I think people will volunteer for that shit, but
Yeah, well, let's say hi to let's say hi to the chats.
What's up? You know what? I feel totally like I'm super ripped, and I'm not. Like I'm just that sick. It's a lack of oxygen.
I wish I was ripped.
I know. We used to do these shows ripped. Remember?
Yeah. I'm gonna work on that again.
Hi, Kate. Hey, Bass Adams. Julie, it always makes me feel good to see you in the chat. It's like a home. It is. SF Thomas. Hey, Root. Steve. Color Live. Fruit. Yeah, no, I never miss a B&B, no matter how sick I am. It's snowing. Yay. Peace up. Love snow. Who's on the rock then?
Jim, Popeye the Sailor Man is on the rock fin. Boy, you guys were in there earlier chewing the fat. Popeye, they were having a down-home conversation. Chris Foster, Steve Cutler Live, Thomas Boussy. Yeah, hi, guys. And several other people that haven't commented yet, but they're probably sitting here getting ready to let go because we brought a little bit of hotness. It's Saturday night. We're just kind of in a holding pattern with the world going to hell the way it is.
Yeah.
It's, and again, it's been one hell of a week, guys, and it's been such a hell of a week. I had to make a reface about this week and how it went for me. So I'm going to play this just quickly so everybody can appreciate what Oz was feeling like at the end of the day yesterday. There I am.
Oz, don't do it.
Oh, yeah. You know,
I'm so glad I talked you off the ledge.
Oh my God. You know, and I don't have it bad, believe me, but last week was a train wreck for me personally. Everything went wrong.
Me too. I've been sick since February 20th. Everything's been a train wreck since then. But you've done great. I've been in all the shows, Oz. And we've been doing this for over 2 years now. It doesn't matter how much you plan, how many times you do dry runs, or you get everything set up in the green room. If something wants to go fucking wrong, it does. And you can never foresee it. You just got to troubleshoot it, figure it out as fast as you can on the fly and get everybody back up and rolling. And you do that. You put so much pressure on yourself. You do a great job.
Yeah, I know. But, Pasta's got that bullwhip in the chair. And then,
he does have a bullwhip in the chair.
Like, Oz, crop me in tighter. Oz, how come they can see through my head? Oz.
Yeah, that one always cracks me.
He's very thoughtful. Believe me, it's a pleasure working with Brother Pasta and Sister Fee. And belated birthday to Sister Fee.
I know. Happy birthday, Fee.
Happy birthday, Fee.
Yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was her birthday yesterday. I think she's, what is she, 22, 23, something like that.
Yeah. To be young again.
Yeah, to be young again. To be young again. What the hell is this?
What a stupid time to be alive.
Now, is that positive reinforcement, Chanda? I mean, really?
It's a stupid time to be alive. You know what I watched earlier today? I'm going to tell you.
No telling.
I think it's Dan Carson is his name. But anyways, there's this big controversy. Okay, so you know how we fight to get the truth out in media, and doctors are fighting to get the truth out in medicine, and like historians are fighting to get the true history of us, of human beings out. And there's so many just evil people out there that will perpetuate a narrative for fucking money when the truth is right there. It's a stupid time to be alive with the stupid shit that we've been fed in history, because tell you what, it isn't what we were fed.
No, this is not what my parents raised me for. So I can't climb back up into the womb. It's long past that chance.
No, it's long past.
I should have peeked out and jumped back in real quick and
why
say,
do I see George Takei the deck?
Oh my God! Talk about people stepping in poo this week.
Oh,
wow! God. George Takei, Sulu from Star Trek. Sulu, Mr. Sulu. Americans. We can endure higher prices for food and gas if it means putting the screws to Putin. Consider it a patriotic donation in the fight for freedom over tyranny. And I have to say, it was very simply responded to, right on mark, Comrade Misty Putin. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Bravo, Comrade Misty. Speak for your fucking self.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This privileged fucker who's worth several $1 million. And he's got the celebrity status, so everybody's out kissing his ass on a daily basis. Has the gall and the nerve to say something like this when he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about, in my opinion. It just makes me want to quit watching reruns of Star Trek, the original.
Oh, I have.
I don't know. I've probably seen that Star Trek. Probably seen it more than I've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. So, Angel Rivera says Takai is a SOB that cares about pushing Democratic Party BS, and I am so sick of this, man. Yeah, Angel,
Yeah.
I think a lot of us are with you. I'd like to be nice, but I think being nice is lost. It's past go.
Oh, no.
It's way past go.
I told Frances Farmer off at like 3:00 in the morning. You know, she was in the Titanic at the People's Summit, drunk, just like, oh my God, you gated community limousine lib fucking Dems, get the hell out of my face.
Oh,
like,
I know.
I was not having it.
I know, but
like I went off on her. I was like, when was the last time you stood in a food bank line? I mean, and we're going down this escalator, and I'm turned around, just going off on her.
No, good for you, Shan. If everybody would do that,
they need put in their damn place. Is they travel around, they do their online activism, and you know,
it's hilarious. But with all the good news about having to take out a loan today to get just a full tank of gas, that's really, you know, Joey and I went to Home Depot, and I hate Home Depot. I hate the owner; he's really a puke, but. We went in there, and the prices of lumber, just the lumber.
Oh my God, I know. Yeah.
Not just over double what we paid for it probably a year and a half ago.
Oh, it is. And I brought a couple of reports over the last 6 months of, you know, like people that were in construction phases. You know, and it's tripled, you know, quadrupled. Like they can't even afford. They need another loan to finish building their houses.
Yeah. It's the same thing at the grocery store where I went through the whole thing.
But you know what's good for that, Oz?
What?
War. War is good for that.
Yeah. War. That's going to lower the prices on everything.
Yeah. Well, eventually.
Yeah. I hope it helps the grocery bill. Grocery every month, $200. This month it was $250. That's a pretty quick.
Well, did you hear Costco's raising their membership fee after 5 years?
Oh, really? What's it up to now?
I don't even know. The last time they raised it was 2017. Yeah, I think it's probably $100. I remember paying $100, and that was like 10 years ago. But you know, I don't.
Well, as long as they don't raise the price on their damn roasted chicken, I think everybody will just lose their shit if they have to pay another $1.
Well, that's what they got the GMO chicken for.
Yeah, those chickens, they're like cyborg chickens with these big meat suits on, you know, and they're just oh God, it's just terrible.
Right.
Brother Ryan Knight says, sorry, NPR, but there is nothing historic about 3 politicians who serve giant corporations and the ruling class. And that's in response to this NPR. In a historic first, 2 women were seated behind the president during the State of the Union. Yeah, big BFD, man.
Dude, yeah, you guys watched the shit that she did that night.
Oh,
what
yeah.
It was like,
monkey.
What was she? I don't know what the hell trip she was on, but she was geetered.
Was she like dabbing her Chanel number 50?
She was so geetered, her teeth were bouncing.
Yeah. I think they were all on speed because Chuck Schumer was like jumping up and down on mushrooms.
Yeah, no, they were all taking their adrenochrome Adderall as
God, it was insane. I mean, everyone's saying, what Mehdi Hassan, the genius of the moment not. He was saying, oh, the speech was just, it made me pee my pants. It was so great.
On the conservative side, all of the fucking memes of Bobbitt and freaking the other one, you know, going off, heckling Biden. Like, oh my God, knock it off.
Well, they were laughing while they were heckling him. It's like, hey, okay, now, before he fucks up again.
right. That was disgusting.
Did you bring a Klaus? What is Klaus here?
This is Jamie Deluxe. Yeah.
Oh, JD, the guy that smokes a lot and swears, right?
Smokes a lot and swears.
All right.
On fire.
Warning. I chain smoke and I say fuck a lot. But I accept myself for the way I am. I accept you too. Viewer discretion advised.
I made a video recently called Sad Day at the Gates of Hell, which was about Bill Gates being sad that not enough people were dying anymore. It took place February 18 through 20, 2022 in Munich.
Sadly, the virus itself, particularly the variant called Omicron, is a type of vaccine. That is, it creates both B cell and T cell immunity. And it's done a better job of getting out to the world population than we have with vaccines.
Aside from Bill Gates and some of the usual players, was the president of Ukraine. Well, I find it odd that all these same people are either members or contributors of the World Economic Forum. The president of Ukraine and Vladimir Putin. I know this is already known. We've been sharing it all week. Even Klaus Schwab says so.
When I mention our names like Mrs. Merkel, even Vladimir Putin and so on, they all have been young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
That's been shared all week. And now it's gone. It's gone. They took Putin down off the World Economic Forum. He's still up on the Wayback Machine though. So what are they trying to hide? I've seen a lot of people speculating why. And honestly, I'm not even going to get into that because I have no idea why. The only thing I do know is I don't trust what we're shown. Besides that, anything could happen. Along with those two, a few other notable members or contributors are Joseph R. Biden, Justin Trudeau, Xi Jinping, Emmanuel Macron, Boris Johnson, Scott Morrison, Rosie Pelosi, Jacinda Ardern, George Soros, Anthony Fauci, Bill Gates, Tedros, Donald Trump, William J. Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, Al Gore, and we've got Bush, Lauren Bush. Lauren Bush Lauren. You know, she married a guy whose last name was the same name as her first name, so her name's actually Lauren now. Oh, and Ghislaine Maxwell's sister, among others.
Great work, Jamie Deluxe. I love how he slides in Ghislaine's sister. At the
Oh my
end.
God in heaven,
You're global young leader.
Chelsea Clinton, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Oh well, whatever. Thank you, Jamie Deluxe. It was great. Breaking news. I just called the Hall & Oates emergency hotline and it still works. There's a hotline called Hall & Oates that only plays Hall & Oates songs for you when you call 719-266-2837. And that's 719-26-OATS. Is that for real?
I do believe it is for real. And the funny thing is I saw somebody like talking shit about Hall & Oates in a chat the other day, and I was like, who doesn't like Hall & Oates?
No, I mean when I was young and fun and full of spum, Hall & Oates was the shit, man. They were always
They
always
absolutely
playing.
were.
And
So I don't know. Try it out. I'm just saying. If you're
Yeah.
ever down,
well,
you can always call.
I see that Tears for Fears is making a comeback, and
Hey, don't even go there. That was my first like boy band
but the
crush.
dude, I
love.
remember when he looked so young, and now he looks like the Crypt Keeper. I mean,
They all do. They all do. Who was I was watching Duran Duran. They look
shit.
like Crypt Keepers.
Oh,
like
shit.
they did not age well.
Is that
yeah.
is that what's in store for me? I'm
It's
almost
so
there.
sad to see all of my loves from the 80s. So
Oh yeah.
time has gotten all of them.
Oh fuck yeah! I know we're all dying, but man, oh man, it's so depressing.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
It is.
Hey, we're having fun. Hey, Uncle Warren, Roarmedia, peace stuff. Oz, you're amazing.
It
You need
works.
more
Anthony
Steve Cutler
says it
time.
works.
Yeah, yeah, it does, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony,
Yeah,
high
yeah.
five, Anthony. Anthony's always retweeting and hearting my tweets.
Hey,
He's-
gotta love H&O. There's
Yeah,
always room for
yeah,
H&O.
yeah. Thank you, Anthony, for supporting all of our sisters and
great.
brothers on Twitter. Here's another one that stepped in some big poo this week. It was Marianne Williamson. The recount says, "My life today is wonderful. I believe I am needed. That's the most important sense of life, that you are needed and that you are not just an impetus that breathes and walks and eats something. President Zelensky, via translator, asked about his living conditions in Ukraine. And Marianne Williamson with a big "God bless him." And here's Comrade Misty rolling right in. The fuck is wrong with you? and then Sister Suze, just stop. And then Professor Zenkus, and he's been quite verbal this week. This is what U.S. weapons and bombs are doing in Yemen. When are you going to tweet about this? I mean, Jesus Christ. This Marianne, I've talked to Marianne Williamson. I've had the pleasure to talk to this nice person. Really, I think I engineered Joy's show when she did an interview with her. Very nice person to talk to. But Jesus Christ, God bless him, and you don't know anything about it. The guy was a comic like 6 years ago. How did he get to God status in less than 6 years?
He was a comic. He was a freaking Ukrainian comedian on TV who is now their president. But Marianne Williamson, somebody said somewhere that she has the voice of Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island. And I totally think that.
Thurston, where are my diamonds?
Yes. And so now every time I hear her, I just pitch her.
Oh, come on, Marianne.
I want to thank whoever that was because I need
God, Marianne, you have such
Stop
a loving
virtue
soul.
signaling. Yeah, you
Stop
do have a loving soul.
it.
But
You
by
don't
being
need to
so
do
damn
this.
naive.
Oh my God! Pretty soon I'm gonna put her in the closet with Meathead. What's his name? That Rob Reiner.
When are they going to learn when they're on the same side of the narrative as the corporate shits? Then you're on the wrong side and you've got it wrong.
Yeah.
You haven't figured that out yet?
Yeah.
You think you're so like...
Yeah. When I get pointed out that I'm wrong, I'm going to say, okay, I'm sorry. Next. I'm just shit.
It's a good litmus test. If you're on the same side as the media, you're probably wrong.
God, no kidding. No kidding. Gee, mini Christmas. You brought JP. What's
Lovey. Yeah, right.
Lovey. Where's our other suitcase of money? Is it in Klaus Schwab's bathroom? Lovey. Okay, so what's Jamie got going on? Did I bring this or did you bring this?
No, I did. Jamie's always killing it.
Okay. See, I watched this. I said I need to bring this, but I just have to think it and you bring it. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
And kickstarts it, and it works.
Happy World War III. What's going on with Ukraine and Russia? We don't know. All we know is what we're telling you is going on. And though we at the media have proven to be 100% untrustworthy on everything we report on, you can trust us on this one, right? Let's find out. First, what are us trustworthy people at the media funded by Deep State telling you is going on? Putin and Russia are bad and are unjustly invading Ukraine. We also tell you the Ukrainian people are the good guys, the underdogs, courageously taking up arms to fight the evil Russians in the streets. Is this true? I don't know, but what we do know is that it's what we report as true. Here's Miss Ukraine posing for a picture ready to fight, holding what appears to be a real gun. And it's been confirmed she's holding an airsoft gun. But the photo's a convincing way of supporting the narrative, isn't it? And here's these alleged Ukrainians ready to fight, also not with real guns, but as a convincing picture for us at the media to use. We also know for sure that we portray the Ukrainian president as a brave man that you can get behind. A man in charge of the free democracy of Ukraine, whose life is on the line, being actively hunted by the Russians. Yet he refuses to leave the country because he wants to stand with his people and fight. How could you not fall in love with him and not support the U.S. sending troops to Ukraine to help this brave, innocent leader and his people? Right? Absolutely. And here's what Tulsi Gabbard had to say.
Here's something you are not going to hear on the mainstream media. What you do hear is warmongers arguing that we must protect Ukraine because it is a quote-unquote democracy. But they're lying. Ukraine isn't actually a democracy. For example, to hold on to power, Ukraine's president shut down the 3 TV stations that were openly criticizing him and his policies, imprisoned the head of the opposition political party that had come in second place in their elections and went and arrested and jailed that party's leaders. This is exactly what Putin has been accused of doing. But Ukraine did this all with the support of the United States.
Well, she's proven to be uncorruptible, so we'll put zero weight into what she has to say. This just in! As the radical left media is trying to get your support in sending troops over to Ukraine to help them and their armed citizens secure their national border, Aaron McIntyre points out, going to be awkward when the war in Ukraine is over and the left has to go back to being against nationalism, borders, and an armed citizenry. Indeed, it will be awkward, but we'll ignore that bridge once we're crossing it.
Jamie does a great job of summing it up.
Yeah.
Kind of what's been going on this week. Yeah.
Does he have a political affiliation, or does he just shit on everybody?
He shits on everybody, but I mean, he falls on that same kind of gray area that so many, like Joe Rogan and, a lot of the comedians, Jimmy Dore, they all kind of fall in that one, that one lane.
Yeah. No, it blows me away. And isn't Ukraine the one that's holding their citizenry at gunpoint so they can't exit the country during this time?
We've had so many great reports from all of our brothers and sisters out there. I mean, Convo Couch has been killing it, explaining what's going on in the Ukraine. Richie Medhurst. I mean, there's just Jimmy Dore. So many people have been out there really getting the truth out there.
Oh my God, you said Jimmy Dore. You shouldn't say Jimmy Dore. You're gonna incite something.
Does he appear? Is he like Beetlejuice?
Yeah, something like that. Beetlejuice. Now, this week, Chanda texted me something, and it was this picture, and she said, "What the fuck is on Biden's head?" And I'm going, is it that time of year?
I thought he fell. I thought he Bob Sageted himself.
Oh, shit.
Well, do you remember when Bernie showed up at the convention with the black eye?
Yeah,
and
that's
Chuck
after
Schumer
they beat the shit out of him and told him, "You better smile when you give in to Hillary here tonight."
Oh, they did too. Exactly.
Yeah, you better be happy, Bernie, because people can tell. Except he goes out there with bruises and scars all over his face. It's just like hell.
He never did give an official like what the hell he didn't even have an excuse of what happened.
No, there wasn't. No, this is all getting.
But this is Ash for Ash Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Ash Wednesday for those of us who might have been born Catholic who remember that. I don't know, but this is
right.
Is this,
I just know that as the end of Mardi Gras. So.
Yeah, is this actually a clip? It's 15 seconds. Is this a clip? Let me.
Yeah, he actually says this. So.
Oh, he can speak. Oh,
sometimes.
I'm glad he got permission.
Is intentionally targeting civilian areas. There are over 2,000 civilian deaths. There they are. Thank you.
God, I thought one of those drones painted something on his forehead. So
I know, right?
Oh well, I shouldn't say that, should I? Is that violence? Oh,
yeah, they could screw it as that.
Did you put this in? What's this? Is this more propaganda?
This is
Jimmy propaganda.
Jimmy, yeah. I don't know. I'm so sick. I don't remember what I put in and why I put it in.
Oh, okay, well let's watch it. Thanks for holding on here. I don't think I'm gonna lose my dinner yet. So here we go.
That's good.
Check it out. Well, kick-started again.
But here, there's PBS claiming that there is the claim of Nazis is wrong. And there was also People magazine got into it. So here's Alex Rubinstein. So we're gonna lay this all out for you. This would be nice. He says, watch Yevhen Karas, the leader of Ukraine's neo-Nazi terror gang, C-14's speech from Kiev earlier this month. Straight from the horse's mouth, he dispels the many narratives pushed by the left, the mainstream media, and the State Department. So he's going to brag about he's not denying he's a Nazi, and he's going to brag that of all the influence they had in the coup, and that the fact that the coup wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the Nazis. Watch this. So he says Maidan was the victory of the nationalist ideas. That was the coup that took place. That was the coup that took place. And he said that was the victory for the nationalist ideas. Well, what does nationalist mean? It means Nazi ideas, right? Okay. Nationalists were the key factor there. and clearly at the front lines.
Ключовим фактором однозначно і на фронті. Зараз дуже багато є спекуляцій.
Now there is a lot of speculation saying, well, there were only a few neo-Nazis.
Було небагато там, ЛГБТшники, там посольства кажуть, скільки?
LGBT and foreign embassies are saying there were not much neo-Nazis on Maidan. Maybe about 10% of the real ideological ones.
Було там нациків. Нациків там було там 10% там, запаяних ідейних. Це ж питання в тому, це може так казати лише
The thing is that such a thing can say only a moron that never was at war.
Не знаю, наскільки...
And don't understand that those 10%, maybe even less, 8%.
10%, ще там навіть може дуже менше, бо я думаю, сценаристів було хай там даже 8%. Ну наскільки це...
But how much they are and how much more effective in the proportion of influence. So he's saying, yeah, we might have only been 10% or 8%, but what was our effect? That's what he's saying. What was the proportion of our influence? How much of their effectiveness was? It was endless, he says. He says, if not for those 8% of neo-Nazis, the effectiveness of Maidan would have dropped by 90%. So he's saying most of the credit has to go to these right-wing nationalist neo-Nazis for the coup.
So, tell me something. Are you surprised?
No, not absolutely at all. I mean, and this was coming. If you knew what was going on in Ukraine, you saw this was coming.
Yeah,
it's been happening for 8 fucking years. Like, no.
When it comes to politics, the ethnic or religious identities have controlled the main body of politics for generations.
And
I'm not. I could only reference. Look at the proportion of representative of other countries who is in our Congress, and you figure it out because I've said it a lot. Like over 33, maybe even 40% of another country is represented in our Congress, and those people represent those countries. They don't represent the people they were voted in to represent, and I can prove it. But anyway. Existential comics. Now you put this in here, right?
Yeah. Hold on, let me catch up with you.
Yeah.
Wealth of the top 100 Russian oligarchs combined is 567 billion. Wealth of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates combined is 594 billion. Lucky for us, our billionaires are good guys.
Oh yeah, right? They're the best, man. They are the best. And this meme here is there was one that had a QR code on the forehead too the other day. So what is that? Is that Superman laser vision down there in Ukraine?
Yeah, right.
That's
the Ukraine flag.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
We're
programming.
We're so screwed. Watch some more MSNBS, everybody. They'll enlighten you. They'll get you where you need to go. What is this? I think I skipped a slide.
I moved it down.
Okay.
You're caught up.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Putin. I'm rooting against everyone in this picture.
I'm not rooting for Putin. I'm rooting for against everyone in this picture. Yeah. And that's every one of those global leaders that Jamie Deluxe, announced. That's what you're looking at. Yeah, they're not there for you. They're there for the United Corporation.
Yeah, they're rooting for perpetual war. And they don't want the nukes. They just want the meat and potatoes war where you go in there and just that kind of thing that keeps getting fed by the military. Didn't Biden want to get like $6 billion to I know he was sending $600 million in military support in guns and things. So
no, this will never end. This will never end. Chris Hedges for however he was with COVID, the mandates. He has been out there talking about this, and he did what show was it? I just sent it to you earlier.
He did a Halper's show the other day.
Yeah, he did Helper, but he did it was one of the activism channels. I can't think of it. I've got brain fog. I've got COVID brain fog so bad. But anyways, he's talking about how in 89, when the Berlin Wall fell, how that should have been our exodus from all of this Cold War bullshit and NATO. The manufacturers. And if you look back from 89 on at what they've done, I mean,
more.
What a racket. They've been scamming us for the whole time. Yeah.
How do you like me? I'm a warmonger. More. Speaking of warmongering pieces of shit that should be gagged and launched out the air tube, that's violence again. Lindsey Graham. Now, this is your favorite congressional rep or senator, right?
Yeah, you know it. I love to make fun of Lindsey.
Okay, let's hear what Lindsey has to say.
This morning, an alarming incident seems to now be under control. Officials say a fire at Europe's largest nuclear power plant is out after shelling by Russian forces who have now taken control of the site.
Now, that assault comes as the invasion entered its second week with no end in sight. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington with the latest.
A fire at Europe's largest nuclear plant in Ukraine extinguished this morning following an attack by Russian forces. Another sign of the path of destruction left behind. President Biden spoke with the president of Ukraine about the attack after announcing more sanctions on Russian oligarchs.
We're going to continue to support Ukrainian people with direct assistance.
There are growing calls from both parties for the president to go even further and ban U.S. imports of Russian oil.
I don't want U.S. dollars to be funding this carnage in Ukraine.
The administration cautions gas prices will spike even higher and pad Russian President Vladimir Putin's profits. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham suggesting the Russian people get rid of him.
You need to take this guy out by any means possible.
The Russian ambassador criticizing Graham's comments as a call to terrorism. President Volodymyr Zelensky says he wants to speak directly to his Russian counterpart.
I think I have to talk with Putin.
Putin claiming the military operation is going as planned as Russia captures its first major city. Secretary of State Antony Blinken with NATO allies in Belgium pledging support for Ukraine.
We will defend every inch of NATO territory.
With attacks ramping up, nearly 4 million Ukrainians are expected to flee their homeland. Negotiators agreed to open humanitarian corridors to evacuate citizens. With a Russian convoy roughly 15 miles outside the Ukrainian capital, there's warning the worst is yet to come.
I brought that because it was a disgusting, vile example of media propaganda and bullshit. And I mean, it just kept piling on. You had Lindsey Graham and Anthony Blinken, and it just, it was a collaboration of total shit.
Yeah, it says the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. It's a group of 30 North American and European nations, according to NATO. It's
North American.
Its purpose is to guarantee the freedom and security of its members through political and military means. The alliance was created in 1949 in response to the start of the Cold War. Once again, why was this thing kept alive for so long?
Oh, it should have died in 89. It should have died after the Cold War supposedly ended, right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't good for weapons manufacturers. And what was the one promise that we have made since 1949 to Russia? Every NATO state has made this promise that we will not encroach on them, that we would give them this freaking buffer zone. And what have we done?
Lied every time.
We're 100 miles from Russia's borders with fucking our missiles. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that would
we would be losing our collective fucking shit. And I'm not justifying what Putin did because it's all war criminals. It's war criminals taking on war criminals, lesser evils. I don't do lesser evils. It's all fucking evil. But yeah, what do you expect? We did this. We called this on.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Well, I was gonna say, and we're the ones that are gonna hurt. We are the ones that are hurting for it. And I brought you guys some examples. In a couple of slides, we're going to talk about what gas prices look like in Russia versus what gas prices look like here in the U.S.
Yeah, can we just offer Putin Martha's Vineyard and a promise to?
He just wants to be one of them, for fuck's sake. Come on.
No, just give him Martha's Vineyard. Here, you can have Martha's Vineyard. We'll give you this as a token of our appreciation for your willingness to.
Oh, but Oz, they're seizing the Russian oligarchs' yachts. Don't you know? They're crushing the Russian oligarchs. Fuck that. What about our oligarchs?
This nightmarish cartoon we're living in, but whatever. Jesus Christ. Oh, you brought another Justin Trudeau. Who is
look
that?
who it is.
Oh, they look like they're getting ready to kiss.
Yeah, they're bosom buddies. Justin Trudeau was one of those leaders who inspired me to join politics. It probably paid better than his comedian gig on freaking Ukrainians the X Factor or whatever he was hosting.
Whatever the hell he was on.
It was something like that, right?
You
it was
can't
like an X Factor.
You can't make this shit up, guys.
No, you cannot. You can't
shit
fucking
up.
make it up.
You can't make it up. What you bring more words of wisdom for the savant of the America, or
I
what?
did.
Oh,
I want you to hear straight out of his mouth who's going to be hurting on sanctions.
is he in a museum there with those guys? In
He brought his toy soldiers to play.
It requires sometimes for us to put ourselves out there in a way that maybe we will incur some cost. And in this situation, that may relate to energy costs, for example.
Defending freedom will have cost for us as well, and here at home. We need to be honest about that. But as we do this, I'm going to take robust action to make sure the pain of our sanctions is targeted at the Russian economy, not ours.
But even without all this going on, gas in California is almost $5 a gallon. Should people across the country expect to see that kind of a number when they go to gas up their car? $5, $6?
Well, again, I think as you heard the president say last week, standing up for our values is not without cost. The reason why the price of gas is going up is not because of steps the president has taken. They are because President Putin is invading Ukraine, and that is creating a great deal of instability in the global marketplace.
Bruh. Don't blame yourself. Blame me.
I didn't do that.
No, but it was Henry. I always have to sneak Henry in.
Oh, I know you do. I know you gotta see it. Give me Daria all day long.
Okay. So Biden says over and over, that's like 3 different clips now, that who's going to fill these sanctions is going to be the Russian economy and the Russian people, not the Americans. And then in the same breath, they say, well, wait, we're going to fill them, but this isn't our fault.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do this. This is Putin that wanted to do this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we heard this shit with George Bush and invading Iraq. Same thing. It's just they're on a different side of the line, this one. So, what do you got here?
So, this is a clip of a Russian YouTuber who has been going out and showing you prices in Russia, grocery stores, how they are weathering the sanctions. He's doing sanction updates. Like I watched him plant a couple of fields of potatoes. They know how to crunch down and not have the support of, the government, or have to, depend on themselves, because they've had to do it for, most of their existence. And yeah, they're buckling down and weathering it. But look at these gas prices compared to what we're paying in the US, and he converts them to American dollars. So you'll see.
Oh, this will be interesting. Cool.
Hi guys, adorables. For new friends, we are a simple Russian family. Our dream is speaking English, and we learn English by old American movies. In this video, we are going to show you actual prices on gasoline in Russia. Let's go. We are going to show you different prices on 3 different gasoline stations, because in Russia we have 3 popular gasoline stations, and the prices a little different. Okay, we are coming to a gasoline station. These prices and cars. Okay guys, this is actual prices for this day in this gasoline station. Guys, now I am going to translate these prices to USA gallons, because we use liter system. This price is in liters in Russia. Okay, guys. Prices in this gasoline station. 92 octane gasoline price 49.3 cents for 1 liter. Price in USA dollars. I know that in Canada and Great Britain you use liter system. In USA you use gallon system. So for USA people, $1.8 for 1 gallon. It is for 92 octane gasoline, and 95 octane gasoline 54 cents for 1 liter, and $2 for 1 gallon. Diesel 51.7 cents for 1 liter, and $1.9 for 1 gallon. It is a price in this gasoline station, and we are going to next gasoline station.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well,
$1.80, $2 a gallon.
So they've been, but it's our taxes. That's we'd be paying it.
I'm just saying, it's just really convenient for Biden and the Biden administration to tell us that, it's not really our fault, and, it's not that bad, and you got to sacrifice a little bit. And this seems like Putin knew he could crush the American dollar by fucking doing this to us, and exactly when he did do this. I mean,
yeah, well, if they take us off the petrodollar, then the hell's going to be to pay. There's
nothing holding the petrodollar up. Says some.
There's nothing, just bullshit. So you see the U-Haul back there. There's all these American companies over there.
All those American companies. Yeah, you can go to his name. His name is Dan Schizo.
Dan Schizo.
Yeah, Schizo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he does all kinds of awesome videos cruising around Johannesburg, like just different places, the countryside. I find it really interesting to see how they're living. And, their culture is so westernized now that I just don't see.
Well, look at the gas station. There's a goddamn mini mart in there. They probably had vape pens in there. Jesus, they're no different than us. I mean, what the hell? Here's the big thing, though. Big problem, like they shut down RT, which was basically run by Americans. I know.
I've got that somewhere in
this guy's. They're going to shut. YouTube's going to put the screws to all of us, and they're going to start with these guys. So,
don't get the truth out. Yeah. We can't talk to each other, even if we live around the globe from each other, to see that we have so much in common.
YouTube's virtually worthless for political discourse. I recommend everybody. Yeah. Just bite the bullet. Get your shit off of YouTube. Let's put it on another platform. Let YouTube be fix your pipes under your sink, or repair your toilet, or work on your car.
Hey, I fixed my dryer.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing that YouTube's good for, which is a good thing for people. But as far as political discourse, when they have screwed it up to the point where they're pushing MSN bullshit and CNN lies all the time, and ABC, which is ultra right wing, and CBS, which is a pure propaganda arm of the establishment.
You can thank COVID for that.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah,
201. Yeah, event 201 when they rolled out, we're going to take control of the internet.
Yeah, and you can thank some of our sisters and brothers who we still care about very much that supported this shit. Yeah. And I thought it was kind of rich that Rising got taken down this week. That was like, and Ryan Grimm's over there squealing, Sure, they were taken down unjustly. Why are they taking them down when they leave the View up?
We fucking told you. When they came for Jones and came for Trump.
Didn't Ryan Grimm actively say he was okay with censoring certain people?
He did say he was.
So eat shit, Ryan. You know what? Eat shit. And Kim, I gotta shout you out in a bad way tonight. Kim Iverson said that Ryan Grimm, what did she say? She said that he was a virtually honest guy, and never would do anything like that. Bullshit. He was shouting out to censor people.
Okay, then he's the dumbest motherfucker.
Yeah, could be.
If he's that naive, then he's that stupid. So.
Yeah, I can somebody correct?
I'm sorry for it.
Yeah, well, I needed some correction here too, and I the only segments I watch over Rising anymore is Iverson's segments because they're.
I knew we'd break you. I haven't had to get the Rising puke bag out in 6 months.
Oh yeah, and Breaking Points is in the major doghouse with their bullshit as of late too. So. Is it Robbie Suave or is it Savi? I don't know.
Suave, isn't it? I don't know.
Somebody
Robbie
said Suave,
like
and
Rico Suave.
Yeah, like Rico Suave, and I'm thinking, I mean, he is a young libertarian that doesn't really know what the fuck he's talking about.
So no, he does.
He does. He hasn't lived enough, and I'm being ageist, and I'll warn you guys, don't get ageist on this old boomer because I'm gonna come at you. And I had a couple people get a little ageist with me. Come on, bring it.
A little sense.
Yeah, I know. I got Uncle Warren and some of our other friends and family to back me up. This picture is of Igor Maversky and Guskeva, or Guskov. Is that Guskov? They are two brave Ukrainian pilots who earlier tonight shot down 35 Russian MiGs. Did you bring this? What the hell?
I did.
What the
hell? Freaking hilarious.
Yeah, that's and you know what? That's gonna fly.
That's the sum of what's been going on.
That's how poor the propaganda is getting through. People would believe this out here. They're so
I know.
Unfrickin' believable. It's nuts. How are we doing out there? Is everybody still here? Or are we alone?
Our chats are hanging in there.
They're hanging in there. Okay. Yeah. Where are we at
Thanks
here?
For kicking it on a COVID Saturday.
COVID Saturday. Welcome to COVID Saturday. Who is this? Is this George Bush Jr.? No, what is this?
This is the MP from Ireland. I want to say Irish MP. Yeah, that's what.
Is he cranky?
Oh, he makes a damn good point.
All right.
Treating the Arab population as a whole, the Palestinian population as a whole, as an inferior race. I mean, it doesn't get stronger than this. And yet you want to be careful about your language. You're happy to correctly use the most strong and robust language to describe the crimes against humanity of Vladimir Putin, but you will not use the same strength of language when it comes to describing Israel's treatment of the Palestinians, when it is now being documented and detailed by two of the most respected human rights organizations in the world, and indeed has been alleged by dozens and dozens of non-governmental organizations, and to be honest, anybody who looks honestly at the decades of brutal, inhumane persecution of the Palestinians, successive assaults on Gaza, the annexation of their land and territory, the systematic application of apartheid rules, you don't want to even use the word apartheid. Never mind sanctions. 5 days sanctions against Putin and his thugs, 70 years of oppression by the Palestinians, and it wouldn't be, what was the word you used? It wouldn't be helpful to impose sanctions. Amnesty International are calling for Israel to be referred to the International Criminal Court for crimes against humanity. Will you support it? They are calling for targeted sanctions against Israeli officials who are perpetuating the system of apartheid. Just exactly the same types of sanctions you've just initiated against Vladimir Putin. Will you support it? And I think the answer is clearly you're not going to.
So he's calling out the hypocrisy, huh? I bet
it is complete hypocrisy, and I love that he called them out and freaking shamed them for it because it's so true.
Oh yeah, but we're the biggest hypocrites in the world in this country. Oh God, yeah. So yeah, again.
Can you imagine if we sanctioned Israel?
Oh,
that on here.
He's not on somebody's birthday card list anymore. You notice I didn't say Christmas card. Birthday. I should have said Hanukkah card.
Hanukkah card.
Okay. Okay. Next, what do we got here? State of the Union response. What is this going on?
Oh my gosh, this is like the biggest oops I've seen on TV in a while. This is good.
Oh, I think
we'll have to play it twice. I think.
I think I caught this too. This is great.
It's not clear what may have been taken, and no arrests have been made.
A 71-year-old man is accused of inappropriately touching a 12-year-old girl at the Walmart in West Mifflin Sunday afternoon. According to court.
Perfect.
It was perfect.
Yeah, I heard that Tara Reid was having a cocktail and she spit it all up all over the screen. She came out her nose and everything else.
Oh my God! Sometimes the truth just finds its way.
Oh my God! Yeah,
it's like a lie.
Absolutely. 71-year-old man. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, and we got to
at a Walmart. That makes it even better.
That makes it even better.
You can see Uncle Sniffy climbing through Walmart.
Christ, it's the end of the world as we know it. You got a United spot here.
United spot. Well, it can't be a Saturday night without a United spot. So this is your State of the Union United spot.
State of the Union United spot. This is going to be good, I think.
So what was that? What was what? Did I fart? No, last night. I farted last night? Oh, man. Hey, did I poop my pants too? Oh, Jill's gonna be so mad at me. No, Joe. Last night. Last night, is that yesterday or tomorrow? Last night, Joe. You at the State of the Union address? What the hell was that? That thing. I forgot all about it. House drinker, why are you so upset? I'm upset because, the peasants, they don't appreciate President Biden. How come? Well, because they don't know what he's done. I'm pretty sure everybody in America has seen what he's done. No, they haven't. Well, what has he done? What was that? What has he done? Well, I mean, take your pick. There's so much that he's done. I mean, just don't know if there's enough time to tell you all the things that he's done. I've got time. I didn't know you were Catholic. Oh, I'm not Catholic. Oh, I'm sorry. It just looked like you were celebrating Ash Wednesday. No, I'm celebrating Wednesday. You're celebrating Wednesday? Of course. I celebrate every Wednesday and every other day too. So, how'd I do last night? Well, there was a lot of material. Oh, well, thank you. I take a lot of pride in my work. You made a comment about the wall and, oh yeah, that was me freestyling. Freestyling? Yeah, I pretty much have no idea what the hell I'm talking about when I'm up there, so, my handlers, they have a special team of writers who, put words in a teleprompter, and, the words tell me what to say. That's fascinating, Joe. Yeah, but, when the teleprompter don't work, that's where the magic happens. The magic? Yeah, that's when it's just me, my name again? Joe? Joe, yeah. It's just me, Joe, up there saying what I'm thinking. So you want me to name a few things, is that right? Yeah, name a couple things. Well, I would actually love to, but, I'd feel horrible if I left something out. Come on, Nancy, you can name one thing. Well, let's see, he chose a woman of color as his vice president. Anyways, so what was going on with your mouth last night? Yeah, sorry about that. I was, actually got quite a few emails this morning. I was actually having a stroke. A stroke? Yeah, just a little stroke. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. That was nothing. Just those all... I'm fine. That was nothing.
I'm fine. Just a little stroke.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh God, that was great. You brought.
I didn't watch it. Thank God. I was sick, and I was like, I'm not even going to subject myself to that shit because everybody's going to cover it, and I will get the best of it tomorrow. And yeah,
I suffered through the whole thing, including his grand entrance where he's shaking hands with all of his good friends. I had a couple of friends who are basically shit libs to the core say, hey, how'd you like your speech? Wasn't it great? And I said, no, it was probably the worst speech, worse than George Bush Jr.'s speech I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Trump's, pretty comparable to Trump.
It was a goddamn campaign speech about what they're going to do, not the State of the Union or
what they have done.
Or what they have done,
exactly.
because they've done jack shit. So
lock us down and take our rights away.
Just fuck us on the. I'm swearing a lot tonight. Shame on me. I'm sorry.
I know,
Mom.
it's my fault.
No, I'm sorry, Mom. I don't mean to be like that. You brought this one.
So this is a Sheriff Jones from Ohio. Russia's embarrassing itself.
Okay. So this has to be a mock-up. This can't be real. Is that
no?
real?
I think it's real. That was Fox. Yeah,
that dude's
was a local Fox station.
That dude's really
Butler County.
Oh God. Oh well.
Butler County, Ohio.
I thought he was selling used cars.
That is what you call a 10-gallon hat.
Oh my God. That's 10 gallons of shit. That's for sure. Now we have a Julian Assange one. Now this is a serious
Julian
one,
got another journalistic prize. This is Stella accepting on behalf of him at the Australian Journalist Club. This is the Solidarity Prize.
I saw this.
Dropped yesterday.
Thank you. I'm very moved by the solidarity and warmth and welcoming that we've received here. And I'm sure Julian would be too. And I'll be sure to share this emotion with Julian when I speak to him. Because he is sitting in Belmarsh prison, where there is a ongoing attempt to isolate him, to discourage him, and to demoralize him. And this is the antidote. I'd like to thank the Austrian Journalist Club for awarding the Solidarity Prize to Julian. Julian was in Vienna in 2009, and he would have loved to be here today. Julian has been in Belmarsh prison for 1,053 days today. He was arrested on the 11th of April, 3 years ago. Our youngest child was just a few weeks old. He was put in prison a year before COVID started. But he hasn't been free since 2010. He was first arrested on the 7th of December 2010, 8 days after WikiLeaks started publishing Cablegate. Julian's not serving a sentence in Belmarsh prison. He's there on administrative detention because the United States wants to extradite him to face a prison sentence of 175 years, which Reporters Without Borders says is the highest sentence that any person is facing in any country for their publishing work.
So just a reminder, Julian Assange is still sitting in fucking prison while we're waging wars, because he told us about the wars that we already waged.
He exposed the war criminals for what they did, and this is what he gets paid back for. So all these fuckers that are responsible for Julian Assange, I'm going to recite his name every time one of them either kicks the bucket or gets in the doghouse or gets hung in his cell. So go to hell, all of you bastards. We need a complete purge of Congress. All 535 need to be the people off the streets need to take over.
Not the squad.
All of them. Out. Start over. Flip the
starting with the squad.
Just fire them all. Let's bring in people who are living on the street, all the demographics. No more of these.
There's plenty of them out there in D.C.
No more of these other countries interfering in our government by representing these other countries. I'm done. Is Joy Behar trying to win a free trip to Italy this week or what?
She tripped over her own bullshit yesterday morning, and it is kind of funny to watch.
Oh, you're so mean. How mean, Chanda? Mean. They're clapping because she tripped. Oh, there she is. You're so mean. Look at Whoopi jump out of her.
Look at Whoopi.
Come on, just stop, just stand.
You're gonna be okay.
Stand.
Now say it. You're gonna be okay. Diane! You're gonna be okay.
Let me tell you, these chairs are These chairs move.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. We're gonna be okay.
Hey, you're okay. It only took 3 big mouthpieces to lift you off the ground. You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah. You're okay. It was funny. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny.
You're so mean. You're so mean. I snicker
bullshit.
too. I'm so glad that Joy's okay. We need her intellect and her content.
Something would happen. She couldn't go to Italy. God.
Oh yeah, I want her to be able to go to Italy. My God, that's got to happen. You brought a Grimm report or something there like it, right?
Everything you see on TV is scripted performance with the purpose of shaping your worldview to benefit the powerful interests running the show. Operation Mockingbird is not a conspiracy theory. Look it up.
Look it up.
Annie Jacobson.
It's for real. It's for real. Now the next one, I can't believe you brought this one. I thought this was
This is hilarious.
I thought this was a joke.
No, this is what you get when you don't offer your people a universal college.
Universal
Cut everybody
college.
off at 12th
How about
grade.
universal kindergarten? Come on.
Exactly.
What the actual hell?
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a little bit longer segment, but
It's
for those
funny.
of you that didn't see this, just enjoy because I was dying. I thought this was something The Onion produced.
Yeah.
This is a funny story. This is the toughest 2 minutes I've ever seen on Wheel of Fortune. So now you can see what it is. It says another feather, blank N, Y, to, and then
in your cap. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it is. Another feather in your cap.
Okay.
Kurt should do that show. Kurt, you'd be a winner.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Ready? Watch this.
Also,
Okay.
another feather in your hat.
Oh, wow.
Another feather in your hat. And whenever you mess up that hard, Pat Zajac doesn't even try to comfort you. He just moves on. Watch this. Watch.
Also,
Okay.
another feather in your hat.
Christopher.
He just moves on. Christopher. He just moves on. He doesn't even go, oh, too bad. It's right there in your face. He just moves on. Now watch what happens to this guy.
$6.50. Z. No G.
He asked for a G.
What the hell is going on?
Now this guy gets totally screwed. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't even get a chance to solve it.
Another shot at it.
They bankrupted him. So now this woman gets another chance.
Another feather in your lap.
She says lap. No! Oh my God! Lap.
I did not see that coming at all.
A feather in your lap.
I didn't even know what you could pick besides cap at that point.
She said hat. Then they said
it's not a hat. Is there anything else? I think I got it.
The other guy asked for a G. Here we go. Watch this. Now it goes to this guy again.
900. D.
No.
What?
He asked for a B or a D. I couldn't see the one. And
your dad?
And then he goes.
And your dad?
And Zajac just goes, no. And then he moves around, just, no. Like he's not being nice or comforting. He says, no. All right. Want to hear it again here?
900.
D.
No. He asked for a D. Now watch, it goes back to this guy, and he gets screwed. No. Again! No! Again he gets screwed!
What is happening?
That guy didn't get a chance to guess yet.
This is rigged.
He didn't get a chance to... He went bankrupt,
This is
lose a turn.
painful.
Oh, my God.
In the wheel, you can try to solve the puzzle. What do you want to do? Go ahead and spin if you don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and spin.
She has to spin! She still doesn't know it!
Well, what letter would you like?
A P?
A P!
Yes, there's P.
Oh my God.
She says pass on the
I will solve
Okay.
another feather in your map.
Map! She said map!
Oh, feather in your map!
She said map!
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Now this guy goes bankrupt! Now it's gotta go to someone else!
I'll spin.
Go to bankrupt.
So this guy finally gets a chance.
Come on.
He finally gets a chance. He's gonna get...
What would you like? A C. You're a C up there anywhere. There you go. You want to solve this?
Y'all solve. Another feather in your cap.
Yeah, there you go.
I thought you were going to say on. Jesus
Map!
Christ.
She said map!
Fuck. We're doomed.
We are so doomed. We are so doomed.
We're doomed. I mean, even if that's an old expression, it's still viable out there, isn't it?
It's funny. But my question is Jimmy, where does Jimmy get this segment at? Was he sitting around watching Wheel of Fortune and he caught this? Because I kind of have a feeling he did.
He's got, yeah, probably. But you know what? He
strikes me as the type that is regimented into like turning on the old.
You know, when we're
Wheel.
looking for ways to get to unplug from this nightmare we're living.
Right. I love Jeopardy. I still watch Jeopardy.
Yeah. Well, Jeopardy. Yeah. I don't watch Jeopardy. I didn't watch it a lot. That's why I'm so dumb. But here's a fun fact here, or fun opinion or something. You know how we're always talking about how women in the workplace aren't in parity with men in the workplace?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what they pay Pat Sajak or Vanna White, but both their net worths are on par. They're both worth $70 million. Isn't that weird? They're both worth $70 million.
Well, no, Vanna did a good job of making sure that she got paid. There's a bunch of documentaries out there about it.
How long has this show been on?
Oh, something like 30 some years. It started in the 70s. I mean, I grew up with it. I loved it. It was a family thing. You know, we had one TV in the house in the early 80s. We'd gather around at dinner after dinner time. And that was back when they would buy prizes and they had the showrooms that spun around. And I have $700. I'll take the carpet and the silverware. You know, that's what Wheel of Fortune was when I was a kid.
How long? Anybody know how long the show? I think I was in high school, and that would be more than 30 years.
Yeah, I want to say it was the late 70s. And I know that Robert Dawson from Richard Dawson, he was the executive producer originally. I want to say. He produced all those game shows back there in the 70s and early 80s.
Wheel of Fortune originally began in 1975 as a daytime series on NBC, so it was 75. In 1981, Sajak stepped in to replace former host Chuck Woolery.
Chuck, he went to the Love Connection, and he got me through the 80s, man.
God, that guy. Yeah.
Fox TV, it was the only thing that came on, my little black and white. I'll put me back in 2 and 2.
Yeah, the current version of the show premiered on September 19th, 1983. And I didn't ask Surrey for this. I looked it up, damn it. So,
damn it. But I never asked Surrey for anything.
It was, shit, everybody wants you to get an Alexa so they can spy on you in your house, but you're getting Surrey spying on you all the time.
That bitch is evil. That thing will never be in my house.
Anyway, that was a good segment. I enjoyed that. What do we got here?
Let's see, Billy boy. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. The media making you forget the last 2 years of nothing but lies while it focuses your attention on the Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody still believes that guy is beyond me.
Dude, you got to stick around for Holly Weird We thought Melinda Gates did an exclusive interview yesterday, and she's talking about why she left his ass.
Yeah, well, good. I'm looking forward to that one. Stick around, guys. We still got a pretty good chunk of a show coming. I think we're kind of on time. I do want to bring this one. This was submitted by Chris Foster, our friend Chris Foster. I did a little research on it after I watched it. And what did you say about this guy up in his region? He's more of a kind of a trailer park kind of.
Well, no, he has that same trailer park Nova Scotia type of accent, and they just sound that way. I wouldn't classify him to this particular group.
So he's not.
Canada is much different than.
He's not necessarily a right winger kind of a guy, but
I wouldn't. Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. I'll tell you something though. I don't care what he is. I kind of agree with just about every goddamn thing he says here. So let's give it a listen and see if you agree too.
Good morning, Justin. I sure hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you're hiding your cowardly ass. You know, I wanted to take a minute to discuss your good friend Klaus Schwab, the WEF, your intentions for this great reset, and how you're continually pushing things through. You don't give a shit about us folks, Justin. You've got your own agenda. You're running around at Klaus's feet like a little fucking dog waiting for an attaboy cookie. Screwing Canada and everybody that fucking lives here while you're doing it. So guess what, boys? I see a great reset coming. I see millions of people across this world getting really pissed off with the likes of you fuckers. And we're going to stand up and tell you all to go fuck yourself. People, we have the power. These boys can mandate all they want, tell us to do whatever they want. We can tell them to fuck right off, too. And it's about time that we all started doing that. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to push on anybody's fence. I don't want to bother anybody. I want to live out my life looking after all these crippled horses. But I'm sick and fucking tired of standing back watching this shit happen. So let's get together, people. Let's all stand up. I don't give a shit who you support or what ethnic group you're from. Let's stand up together as people of this world and say we've had enough of being told what to do by the few. I love each and every one of you, and I hope that your life is full of adventure, love, and happiness. But we got to set things aside for a few minutes and straighten these fuckers out. Then we can get on with our lives. God bless each and every one of you.
Telling it how it is. I agree.
That's what it's going to take. It's going to take everybody standing up. It's not going to be taking over the Democratic Party with progressive candidates. It's going to be standing up.
Squad doing it one at a time.
Yeah, it's going to take the entire village, because we've given away our sovereignty, or our ability to keep our government under control through militarization of the police, letting the military-industrial complex have their way with all the wars, letting the oligarchy
of our elections.
Yeah, letting the oligarchy write our legislation, letting the pharmaceutical companies tell us what kind of pill we're going to shove up our ass on a daily basis.
How our medicine's going to be.
Letting the fossil fuel squeeze every penny, fossil fuel industry squeeze every penny out of this planet while polluting the living shit out of it. And I've got a whole nother hand to go through. We have got to wake the fuck up. Pat, do you have a song for us tonight, Brother Pat? Brother Pat, I want to give a shout out to Aram over on the Rockfin, and this can't be said enough. Aram, thank you so much, Aram, for the Super Ray.
Yeah,
and she says, Aram says, and Flint still doesn't have clean water. Why in the F is that? But
because they don't fucking care.
But let's send $6 billion to Ukraine. Let's send 600 million in weapons to Ukraine. But let's just let.
All they've got is airsoft guns. So we got to do something about that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! I got Aram. Thank you so much. We truly do appreciate the support. Chanda and I were talking earlier tonight. If there's one show that we do over at Roar that we always want to keep coming, it's Beauty and the Boomer, because it gives us all a break. All of our sisters and brothers over at Roar. And Chanda just goes out of her way through snow, through rain, through heat, through dark of night, through sickness, and
through COVID.
Through COVID, she's here. So anyway, over here to there's the guy he was talking about. What's he saying here?
Oh God, this shit
Am I
bag.
gonna
Listen to
puke?
what he said this week. Listen to what he said. He's describing his fucking self.
And we've come to a moment that, quite frankly, we've seen coming over the past years. And we've talked about it in the news, not just about Ukraine, but about democracies around the world, that we see a bit of a slippage in our democracies. Countries turning towards slightly more authoritarian leaders. Countries allowing increasing misinformation and disinformation to be shared on social media, turning people against the values and the principles of democracies that are so strong. And that slippage over the years unfortunately emboldened Putin. It made him think that he could get away with this, that he could get away with it in Ukraine. Countries turning towards slightly more authoritarian leaders.
The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Come on.
Lion, the witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
Yeah, that this charlatan, this con man, this punk piece of shit, this coward,
God,
this
what a
guy.
coward.
Isn't it rich listening to him stand up there and talk? He's projecting.
Hypocrisy.
Oh my God!
So
in heaven.
projecting. Yeah,
Oh,
it's disgusting.
This is disgusting. And is
But
this,
they do that. All of these shit liberals do that. Yeah.
yeah, is this connected to that? Is Jimmy going to complain?
So,
now?
well, no, this is Jimmy talking about how you're not hearing anything about the convoy in the U.S. because, well, the whole passport thing's been canceled right now. So,
But you got a war going on to cover it up, right?
right. And I do have a convoy update after this.
All right.
So in Ontario, where the truckers were doing their protests to get rid of the vaccine mandates and the vaccine passports, because they didn't never made any sense scientifically anyway. Well, guess what? They're getting rid of them now anyway. Watch this.
COVID-19 hospitalizations and test positivity rates continue to drop across the country. Many provinces.
And so why do they lead with that? Why would that? This is about getting rid of the COVID mandates and vaccine passports and why would you lead with that? That's to let you think that the science has changed. That's like, hey, things have changed, so we're changing the rules. That's what that is, and that's called propaganda. Okay, here we go.
COVID-19 hospitalizations and test positivity rates continue to drop across the country. Many provinces have started easing COVID-19 measures to.
Test positivity rates have dropped. I wonder why. Maybe because they stopped testing?
In fact, Ontario is dropping most of its pandemic rules. Proof of vaccination will no longer be required at most restaurants and gyms and movie theaters. Capacity limits for sports and concert venues dropped. So teams like the Senators, Maple Leafs, Raptors, they can play in front of full arenas again. And settings where capacity was limited based on social distancing, including, retail shops, grocery stores, that requirement is now lifted. I can tell you there are mixed feelings.
So, not one mention of the truckers. Not one mention of the truckers. Isn't that interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Not one mention. Hey, by the way, remember that thing that we just had in Ottawa? Yeah. Turns out we're gonna do everything they asked. Isn't that? And they don't mention it. And they give you those stats like, oh, hospitalizations are down and testing is also. And why do they do that? Because they're fucking propagandists. I'm not saying that isn't true. I'm saying they're giving that as a false reason.
Well, why would they get so mad about the trucker? They could have been like, hey, good news. We're doing it anyway, truckers. You can go home.
I don't know. Why wouldn't Trudeau even meet with them?
Now we got sound back. Yeah. Yeah, he's absolutely right. And we're going to see the same thing here in the US. And we are seeing the same thing. There's very little coverage of the fact that we have a trucker convoy moving across our country right now. And it is massive. And there is a massive amount of people turning out from state to state to wave at them, to honk at them, to have signs up as they go by. But if you know where to look, you can actually see it. I've found a couple of good streamers out there. One is Virtual Road Trip on YouTube. And this is that next one, Oz. You can just hit play and you'll see he brings in multiple streams from out there on the road from multiple people. So they've got the map that's interactive, that's behind me. Shows you where they're at and, you know, all the people that are waving at him and honking at him.
So this isn't gonna.
Thank you for that super chat. Very much appreciated.
This isn't gonna come up to the level of Canada's.
Well, I don't know. So you can kill it because that's just an example of, you know, you wanted to watch it. It's out there. You can watch it at Virtual Road Trip. Anyways, yeah, you know, my predictions for this convoy will be, it will still be big. You know, it is fed by a lot of the Trump right. They're still bitter and angry about, you know, getting ripped off or feeling ripped off. And so, yeah, I think it'll be pretty big, but will the mainstream media cover it? Hell no. And I think it's still very important though, because, you know, from the last clip with Jimmy, where they're talking about, oh, the numbers are down and everything's opening back up. What happens when they decide to throw, I don't know, say a new variant at us in 6 months and try to lock us back down again before the election so they can control the elections? I mean, we've seen this shit repeatedly. They never miss a disaster opportunity to come at us. And I think this is still important. It's still very important, but they're just going to try to sweep it under the rug. Mandates are all lifted. I don't know what you guys are praying.
Yeah, I hate to see that happen. We've got, what's this?
Because we needed that momentum. We really did for a populist movement.
You know, you've got COVID response failure here. Let me check. Can I just pull the lever on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. See if I can kickstart it. Maybe I can kickstart it. Here we go.
Kick it.
Well, look, we live in a system that rewards profiteering, that rewards political calculus, that is not respectful of human needs or of frankly, human suffering. And so as a result, much of our media and much of our political class tends to treat huge crises in our lives that affect all of us as natural disasters. Now, the fact of the matter is the pandemic was a global phenomenon. It hit countries around the world. But how you respond to that crisis, that's the key. And in the United States, the response was disproportionately on the side of the political elites and the economic elites, not on the side of the great mass of people. As a result, we had a dramatically higher level of death than other countries in comparable circumstances. And in fact, the Lancet, the British Medical Journal, estimated about a year into the crisis that 40% of the deaths in the first year in the United States did not need to occur. They were unnecessary.
40%.
And so we're looking
40%.
literally at hundreds of thousands of people who died unnecessarily because our system allows economic and political elites to think of their own advantage rather than to think of doing what any decent human being would do in such a circumstance, which is to care for others.
You know, I don't hear a lot from John Nichols, but that's a mouthful there.
Oh, and that's exactly why here I sit 2 weeks into COVID. I absolutely refuse to go anywhere near our hospital or doctors, you know, no matter how sick I feel like I am, because I refuse to be a part of that fucking COVID protocol and making my rural little hospital a shit ton of money to put a ventilator up me.
Yeah, I still don't get.
I'd rather stay home and fight it on my own.
This is a war on the people, because to subsidize these hospitals, basically they're subsidizing them more if they kill you than if they
in my little shithole, they can use the money. So yeah, no, my hospital was ranked in the top 5 worst on A&E for the worst hospitals in the country. We've had 2 murderers on staff, 3 actually. One was an axe murderer, chopped his wife and family up and drove him off a cliff. I mean, we get some pretty shoddy care up here. So yeah. I'll
Yeah,
die at home. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear Nichols say that. I haven't followed him that much because I've been in the goo of all the other situations, but I respect.
No, that was a
John.
great interview.
Yeah.
That was a nice long half-hour interview with him, and it's definitely worth listening to it.
I absolutely respect.
I get it. We didn't fall on the same side as most of the intellects when it came to mandates like Chris Hedges or Nichols or there's so many of them, Chomsky.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean I discount everything they've ever said in their opinion on something.
Yeah, Hedges has been as usual right on the mark this week.
Well, he's a foreign war correspondent. Of course, he knows what the fuck's going on in Ukraine. So I respect his opinion.
Yeah,
about
he's one of the few who are qualified to.
I don't respect his opinion on mandates and kissing Reuters' ass, but that's a different story.
Yeah, and I don't know enough about it. What I do know is that I'm going to take my Chanda candle that Uncle Warren made, and I'm going to go out in the desert and find this cactus at night. And I'm going to have my Chanda candle there, and I'm going to worship at the base of this cactus with my Chanda candle. Thank you, Uncle Warren.
That's a great cactus. I don't know who found that. But
Yeah, I used to live in Phoenix, and there were quite a few interesting cactuses out there.
Yeah, there is.
There is
definitely.
Endangered.
I love the Sonoran Desert.
And this meme is so old; it's been around for what, decades now? But they just changed the heads. Changed the heads. And baby Happy New Year pasta brought that one to us. That's the sheep and the bug and everything else. Thank you for that. You had me do this one.
I did. I love this. Taxation is theft, my love. Fuck that. The government is theft, or is thieves and worse slaves. Damn it! I love you, woman.
Oh my God. There's Bonnie Chanda and Oz Clyde there, so I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, that one turned out good.
Yeah, it did. I want to shout out Linda for
Linda,
she did this as new. She hadn't done it, and I think she just did it today. Remember, folks, how we make things happen, not only general strikes and getting out in the streets and challenging all these heavy influencers, is mutual aid. This is one of the mechanisms that we have to do. We have to help our sisters and brothers. We have to make sure people are taken care of during general strikes and every day for that matter. So if you can help, always practice mutual aids. Where do we go? That's just excellent. Thank you so much, Linda. She's got another one here.
That one's cute.
That one's cute too. She's
Except
quite artistic.
How terrible.
Practice mutual aid. This is what we're coming
so
to.
Heartbreaking. Look at those. That's a capital. Is that Sacramento?
I think that's, I don't know. That looks
or
like.
Is that DC?
It looks like it's
know.
DC in the back.
But DC was like that. I was in DC at this time last year, and it was like that.
And I just want to feature the rest. And we can't feed the poor, but we can fund a war. The war on the poor is immoral. Fight poverty, not the poor, and stop the war on the poor. Thank you so much. Now, before we get into this wonderful piece by Steve Cutler, I have a special Super Ray that I want to call out for a special friend, and that would be our friend Suzanne Murphy. Thank you, Suzanne.
Suzanne.
I want to call you out for a couple of things. Not only a very generous Super Ray and support, but Suzanne Murphy has been standing up in a big way, in a logical way, for the truth this week. And many of our sisters and brothers, Anthony, Jilly, all of you have been doing a great job. But Suzanne, I keep an eye on her because
I got to tune in this week. I was laying in bed sick with COVID, and I saw her pop up. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And yeah, she's on point. The whole grocery store thing, going to the grocery store, I was thinking about it the next day when I went. What I had in the cart was insanity. What I paid to come out there, just like, oh my God, we are so screwed. We are so screwed.
Abso-frickin-lutely. So,
on point.
And I tried to, I'm trying to get Marianne Williamson to get into a discussion with Suzanne Murphy.
That would be awesome. If anybody, I would pay for that.
I would pay for that too. And I offered, I have engineered for Marianne Williamson. I engineered for Joy a while back, and she interviewed a good interview with Marianne Williamson. That was a good interview. Mm-hmm. But I would certainly, and I engineer for Suzanne every time I get the opportunity. She has a lot of things to say, and she says it well. So if I ever get the opportunity, I would definitely enjoy a discussion between Suzanne Murphy and Marianne Williamson.
I would too.
I'm afraid Marianne Williamson would really come out on the short end of that discussion because Suzanne Murphy knows her shit, like so many of our.
That would be very that would be very interesting. I think Suzanne, being they kind of grew up in the same region, they're around the same. I think it would be perfectly paired. If anybody knows the truth like Suzanne, can take her down.
Yeah, and it doesn't even to me it isn't even taking her.
It's
down.
about waking her up. It's like, come on,
up.
You've been living in the Hamptons too long, honey. You need to see what's going on, for the working class. And I think she does grasp that, but as much as Bernie or any of those other people that we used to embrace does.
Yeah, I appreciate it when all of our chatters walk their talk, and I don't see anybody in here who doesn't. I mean, there's our friend Oz Whistles and Steve.
She's patron saint of the hippie industry. I agree, Oz Whistle. Yeah, that's exactly what she is. She's a Oprah guru.
Peace Dove, Steve Wolfbrandt, Choosy Heretics, Barbara, Lucky, all of you guys, and we so appreciate that. But we need to mutual aid our brothers and sisters. This fight is a fight for our to get our democracy back. Anyway, thanks again, Suzanne, and everybody, A-Rim, Kate, all of you on the regular who support Beauty and the Boomer and Roar Media.
Leo sure can drum, can't he?
Oh,
yes,
hell
he
yeah,
can.
he can
He's
drum.
So
Let's
talented.
get Leo going on the drum here to introduce Steve Cutler.
He sings too. Sing it, Leo.
Sing it, Leo. I like that laugh, Steve Cutler.
I know, Steve's laughing.
That's a great laugh. Steve Cutler live, everybody. And
smoke them if you got them.
And we get Jamie Kuhn shortly, so stick around,
Yay.
guys.
We can share the women, we can share the wine. We can share what we got of yours, cause we done shared all of mine. Keep on rolling, just a mile to go. Keep on rolling, my old buddy, you're moving much too slow. I just dumped the watchman right outside the fence. Took his rings for a box and change. Now ain't that heaven sent? Hurts my ears to listen. Shannon, that burns my eyes to see. Good down a many cold blood, Shannon, might as well be me. Yeah. Might as well. Used to play for silver, now we play for life. Once we're scoring, once we're bloody point of the night. Now the die is shaking, now the die must fall. Well, there ain't no winner in this game, you know. You don't go home with all, not with all. Leaving Texas, 4th day of July. Sun so high, the clouds so low, and the eagles fill the sky. Catch the Detroit, lightning out of Santa Fe. Great northern Irish I am, from sea to shining sea. Now to go to Tulsa, the first train we can ride. Gotta settle that one-on score, you know, one small pony pride. Ain't a place a man can hide, Shannon, keep him from the sun. And a bed can't give us rest now, now. You keep us on the run. Keep us on the run. Jack Shaw from Wichita cut his buddy down. Dug for him a shallow grave and laid his body down. Half a mile from Tucson by the morning light, where there's one man gone and another to go. My old buddy moving much too slow. We can share the women, we can share the wine.
Leave it to Stever.
We're so
Yay.
lucky to have Steve and Lucky in our community.
We are.
And
We
words there.
absolutely are.
And we're lucky to be in their community because, you know,
Yeah.
I go over there a hell of a lot more than they even know.
Me too. I was in last night, dinner time. I was
Yeah.
cooking dinner and listening, and I didn't say anything in the chat.
There's just so much shit going on. It's a relief to go over there and listen to great music and good conversation that's real. So fearlessly authentic, Steve Cutler live. I can't recommend it enough. It settles my mind, I have to say.
Yeah.
Thank you
It
so
does.
much, Steve. Stick around.
And I know it does for so many of our friends in the chat because I see them over
Oh
there
yeah,
too.
I do too. I see him all over there. And anyway, but stick around. We got Jamie Kuhn coming up in just a second.
Yay,
So
Jamie.
We've got
Such a beautiful voice.
you brought
Stoner Corner.
Stoner Corner.
I have to do Stoner Corner after Stever. So my face when they tell me drinking alcohol is healthier than smoking weed. Yeah, okay. The edibles ate shit 20 minutes later on the train to work. Oh shit, this ain't the train. And when you're already stoned, but you're bored, so you roll up another one. Yeah, it's glorious.
God, I wish I could smoke. I can't smoke anymore. I don't know.
I've had a hard time since I've been sick.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Edibles. I did get a couple edibles like last week. I slept pretty well.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you did. Thank you for the Stoner Corner. And we have another one from Jamie Kuhn this week.
Jamie Kuhn.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat.
Batman.
Thank you, Jamie. We love
Karaoke
it.
Closet.
And she's going to do some. Guess what she's going to do?
Tell me.
CCR, baby.
I love some freedom.
CCR.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time.
Do I have
Jamie.
to say it again? Our
know.
music fams, our chat, we're lucky. We are so
We are very lucky. So talented.
So talented. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Pat, the Batman fan. Karaoke Closet, Jamie Kuhn Music. Outstanding. We look forward to this all the time. And we're going to have a huge dance-off tonight, right now. So I got to say, Chanda brought it this week. I think she's going to slaughter me.
I was a little bitter about getting, my ass handed to me, 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah,
3 weeks in a
well,
row, I think.
Yeah, but I'm only one ahead of you. So you're going to come and wipe me off the face of the earth tonight. And
I don't know. I liked yours tonight. Well, we'll see.
It took me a while to find that cover, so I didn't get punked. So I thought it was a pretty good cover.
Good job.
But anyway, without further ado, Chanda is up first. Get out your scorecards, everybody. Here we go.
And that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. That, again, finding these covers.
That was a great cover. You matched that up.
Good cover.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I think Linda helped me with that one too. So
great
kudos
job.
to Linda. And Linda says, I already know who I'm voting for. I'm voting for Chanda. Thanks, Linda.
Thank you. That was a great one. That was,
Yeah.
I'm even voting for me on this one.
Well, you should. You should. You did great. And Jim goes, I'm going full screen. Zox. Aram goes, I love it. If people want to know how to stay fit, that's the way to do it, man.
I love Kate's comment. She says, I miss open mics. Yeah, we used to have open mics to where you heard Oz and Mike's banner behind the scenes. Maybe we should do a Patreon or something like that where people can hear the full open mic.
We should. But here's the thing. We're gonna try doing the call in here when we break the new Beauty and the Boomer deck.
We are in the middle of a revamp of Beauty and the Boomer, and the deck's looking beautiful.
And you saw some of the artwork for it the other night when I was on the stream with.
I saw you previewed it.
And everybody's going, God. Shanda's going, God, that's creepy, Oz. What the hell are you doing there?
I know. I sent him a message. I go, what the hell? Why has you got a creepy picture of me behind you?
Yeah, no, that's part of the new art form or the artwork that we're going to be integrating into the new Beauty and the Boomer backgrounds and slides. And Linda's just doing a terrific job with that too.
Yeah, so amazing.
Yeah. So again, we appreciate everything, but not to.
Okay, you're stalling.
I'm stalling. You're gonna kick the shit out of me, but I tried, and this cover was a difficult one too. So here we go. Here's Oz. Get your scorecards ready for Chanda.
Fantastic.
Here's
Thanks,
Oz.
Pat.
I wish I could shout to the boy I knew from the constant hell I put him through. Cause I'm all grown up and I'm black and blue. I could use some tape, I could use some glue. I'm better than that, I'm better than that. I should be living my life so I go to heaven and never come back. Oh, I used to call my mom every Sunday, so she knew her love wasn't far away. Now I'm all messed up out in LA, cause I care more about what other people say. I used to not take chances in God's name, but it's been so long since I last prayed. Now I'm all messed up and my heart's changed, cause I care more about what other people say.
Hey, at least I didn't make
You did
it
a good
easy.
job. You did a good job.
I did bring some competition. I
already know I won.
Yeah, I know you won too. I don't even want to look. Steve Cutler goes, Chanda was Shantastic! Exclamation.
Pat, the Batman fans is fantastic.
Oh God, we got another word. Now we got candles and
Fantastic.
fancy
We got
words.
chamber. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, that was great. Now I want to thank everybody again. We're just about out of here, but we do have a special movie. Thank you, Riley Martin. Oz, his dancing tells a story. Yeah, it does. It tells I'm sore.
That was Steve's line. Okay, it was Steve's line. Oz wins. Oz wins. Okay, Joey.
Aram says the truth is these two are peas in a pod, equally beautiful. That was so nice. Thank you, Aram. Tie. Nice. Zox.
We do tie a lot.
Yeah,
yes,
we do. And we're not kidding around. I got to tell you guys, it is hell for me finding a male dance that I can reface on deepfake it. There's a lot more great videos of ladies dancing out there. So it's becoming quite challenging. So if you find a dance that's got a 3 to 6 foot proximity to the face, that would really help. Just email it to me in a male solo. I'm really.
We're always looking.
We're always looking. So that we
just like movies or Stoner Corner or any of our segments.
Yeah, we're always looking, and sometimes we can bring them, sometimes we can't, but we just appreciate the contact. So we have a very special Holly Weird, and Shanda's going to get into that right now.
Okay, so we'll move fast on this one. This is yesterday, Melinda Gates admitting that it was the Epstein scandal that is why she divorced old Billy Boy.
Really? She does say that?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear her out. Man, I'm having to kickstart this thing a lot tonight.
It's not one thing, it was many things. But I did not like that he'd had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it afterwards.
Melinda French Gates opens up following her and Bill's divorce and the role Jeffrey Epstein played in their split. The power couple revealed last year that they ended their 27-year marriage.
Any of the questions remaining about what Bill's relationship there was, those are for Bill to answer.
That's Melinda sitting down with CBS Morning's Gayle King on Thursday, her first wide-ranging interview since the split announcement in May.
Divorce is a painful process, even when it's what both parties want. It still is a very painful, personal decision.
It wasn't one moment or one specific thing that happened. There just came a point in time where there was enough there that I realized it just wasn't healthy, and I couldn't trust what we had.
Among those contributing factors, Bill's connection to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The disgraced financier died in jail in 2019 while awaiting trial for sex trafficking charges.
You know, it was also widely reported that Bill had a friendship or business or some kind of contact with Jeffrey Epstein.
It's not one thing, it was many things. But I did not like that he'd had meetings with Jeffrey Epstein, no.
And you made that clear to him?
I made that clear to him.
Melinda admits she met Epstein and doesn't mince words about her first impression.
I wanted to see who this man was, and I regretted it from the second I stepped in the door. He was abhorrent. He was evil personified. I had nightmares about it afterwards. My God, I feel terrible for those young women. It was awful.
In a statement to CBS News, Bill calls meeting with Epstein, quote, a mistake that I regret deeply. He adds it was a substantial error in judgment.
Any of the questions remaining about what Bill's relationship there was, those are for Bill to answer. But I made it very clear how I felt.
Yeah, it's not up to me.
Yeah, not up
for
to
Bill to answer. But yeah, she pretty much said, gave me nightmares. Because she knows what the hell's really going on. And so do some of you.
Yeah. We really, really do. It's movie time. We're running
movie time. We got a great movie. You refaced our movie for us tonight. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, this movie.
Spock here, Captain Kirk.
Not Spock.
These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization.
Live long and prosper, Miranda.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
The crew will not understand it. It's not logical that you are Serac. Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
God, I need one of those things so I don't have to use my brain anymore. I just want
Oz Spock, yeah.
Oz Spock. Anyway, yeah, this movie, Chanda stars in this movie, and it's really a cool, what would you call it? It's a science fiction kind of.
It's called Herma. Herma,
yeah.
Herma.
But
it's a science fiction.
Starring Chanda. So check it out, everybody. I enjoyed doing this.
You will be the first humans to set foot on this new land. Welcome.
A new world with blue skies and untouched nature. We belong here.
The United Nations predicted that the world population would stop growing after reaching 9 billion by the start of the 22nd century. This didn't happen. In the 200 years that followed, the population grew out of control. At the start of the 24th century, there were almost 20 billion people living on Earth. In the midst of the resource wars, the Three Angels Corporation launched the biggest and most expensive project ever imagined. Expanding the human race to the newly discovered planet.
Hemera.
Mal. Malcolm.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Celia, we've talked about this.
They're talking about terrorist attacks. I don't trust it.
People are jealous.
Huh. Of course they are. Haven't you seen the fares? Most people can't afford it.
Which is why we can't afford to let this opportunity pass us by. Get on the shuttle. Like we agreed. Come here. And then I promise you, at long last, I will hold you in my arms and make love to you the entire way to Hemera.
Weightless.
That can be arranged.
A new world with blue skies and untouched nature.
Go to Three Angels Corporation Uni for the current fares and requirements.
See you on Hemera.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, honey. Where are you?
I think we just cleared the atmosphere. You're right. It's a good decision to leave.
Can't wait to hold you. Hey, I think I can see you coming.
Oh, I've missed you so much. Oh, I wanted to bring you some homemade cookies, but I wasn't allowed to take...
What's going on?
I don't know. People are panicking. You should have stayed home, Mel.
No! Celia!
Malcolm, we belong here. Malcolm.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Does Al know about this Malcolm guy?
Malcolm is computer generated, so
Oh, okay.
I think only the computer knows about him.
Oh,
that was a great reface. You did a good job, but it didn't slip very often.
No, it's just a couple here and there. I'm gonna try and get better at these because they're fun. I mean,
We are
you
getting
you
so
guys
much
know
better.
what to expect. We're just gonna try and make it a little better each time. This fashion one is really good, and I have a quick story about the jeans, but I think you look good in that headset.
That's totally me.
Yeah, that's totally.
I
you.
look like I need to be on a wall in an 80s dining room or something.
Yeah, I think I've got something like that. There we go.
I'm sure I had plenty of
Did you
them.
ever see the movie So Fine?
That's fine. Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
owned a
was.
video
I
store.
think Jack Warden was in it and Ryan O'Neal, and
Yeah,
there was an
okay.
Italian actress I don't remember. I don't know. The movie got panned probably, but it was quite funny, and there were some pretty sensual scenes in that. I would say it was soft porn at the time, but it was a lot of fun. But the gal, the Italian actress,
As long as it was fun.
Yeah, it was fun because for me, the best part of the movie was the Italian actress. I don't think she was voiceovered. She actually had a terrific voice, and just a little useless trivia there.
So, are you going to admit to having pants like these?
I better shut up. Go ahead. I'm not going to say a word.
I love the guy that says, "Imagine farting in these and fogging them up."
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I've had plastic shoes before, and they fog up.
Yeah, they stink up really fast too. So they're pretty bad. So anyway, Beauty and Boomer merch, and what else we got here? We're gonna head out tonight. We're running a little bit over, but I do want to remind everybody, if you can, hit our QR code, PayPal straight away. Shanda's on the left, I'm on the right, with a couple of bucks if you can. That goes straight to us. It doesn't go to Roar. Roar gets the super raise, all of it, and we just
Chanda one, thank you.
And which we use. We benefit from that, so we appreciate the super raise. And we're part of Roar, so we do get it, and we do certainly appreciate the support. We are going to go out with what tonight?
Firewoman. This is a great cover.
All right, Firewoman.
The Cult. Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. Sorry, I'm low energy. But hopefully,
who knew? I can't tell.
Well.
You've been doing great.
Okay.
Terrific, absolutely terrific. And I want to shout out again, Aram, Suzanne Murphy. Thank you for the support over on the Fin.
Support.
And
hey, Chris Foster, thought you were going to bed.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. Everybody's pretty much stuck around. Our numbers haven't gone down.
Yeah.
That's a long show, and
that was a long show.
We hope it was pretty entertaining. More to come, and we've got something special coming up. What is it? Monday night. Monday
night. Tune in in the Monday night dive slot. Yeah, we got something good.
We're not going to do a conventional dive. We're going to do a. Hopefully,
we're cooking something good.
Hopefully, we can get it to. We've got enough time to cook it up good for you. Anyway, Chanda, thank you so much, and you get well soon. Everybody out there in the wave.
Trying.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everybody. We're going out with a Cult Firewoman.
Since I set my eyes on you, I tell you the truth. Twisted like a flame on a slow dance, baby. You're driving me crazy. Come on, little honey. Come on now. Fire. Smoke, she is a rising. Fire. She is rising fire. Oh, smoke on the horizon. Fire. Smoke, she is rising fire. Oh, smoke's that lightning, baby. I was thinking what I've been missing. I tell you truthfully, well, she's coming close now. I can feel her. She's getting close to me. Yeah. She is rising fire. Oh, smoke on the horizon. Fire. Smoke, she is rising, rising, rising fire. Smoke's that lightning. Oh, cow. Burn it up, shake it, baby. Come on and burn it up. I say, stand down, follow me. Say down, follow me. Say, stand down, follow me. Yeah. Fire woman, you're the blame. 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 Yeah.
Good night, Peggy!